on the beat, back with a family, then bang in the streets. The game on lock, I stand with a key. Standing my ground, I am planning to flee. Standing my ground, I am planting my feet. Taking a stand, embracing my destiny, shaking his hand. Flipping the script, changing the plans. Up to the top and I'm taking the fans. Making them jump, making them dance. Making them jump, making them dance.
Can't even imagine where we are right now. We're in the enchanted forest of Anaga. As with the other western islands, the best legends of Tenerife populate the laurel forest, the oldest forest of the planet, specifically the Anaga forest. According to some popular beliefs, there were some witch women that held Sabbaths in the Anaga massif. They danced around a bonfire, which is where the name bailadero comes from. But not only witches inhabited this forest, also it is thought that Guanches that lived in these islands hundreds of years ago also were hiding here from the conquistadors. In this magical place, they performed their rituals and then descended to the coast to bathe naked in the sea. In fact, one of the beaches belonging to Anaga is called the Beach of the Witches. A true magical place. It is very likely that these stories are tied to the old ancient rituals performed by Guanches to ask for rain and fertility of the land. The Catholic Church considered these acts as witchcraft, which belief persisted for a long time. But it's easy to imagine witches or other beings choosing this magical place to perform their rituals. The Enchanted Foliage Trail of Anaga. It is one of the best walks you can take in the Anaga rainforest. It is a UNESCO Biosphere Reserve located in the eastern part of Tenerife. It is the best well-preserved laurel forest in Spain. But what is a laurel forest? Well, it's a type of rainforest that was predominant in the areas of Europe and Africa during the time of the dinosaurs. Nowadays, it only exists in subtropical climates. So aside from South America and some Portuguese islands, it only exists in the Canary Islands. And now, let me tell you a story. Long ago, before the island of Tenerife was touched by winds of conquest, it was ruled by the Guanches, a people deeply connected to their land and gods. They lived in peace until the Spanish arrived, bringing weapons and diseases. The Guanches fought bravely to protect their land. But the Spanish were too powerful. As the battles raged on, many Guanches died and hope began to fade. One by one, Guanche leaders were forced to surrender. They were given a choice: keep fighting and face destruction, or accept the new life the Spanish offered. In the end, they chose to surrender and were baptized. At first, they felt a deep sense of loss, as surrender meant losing their identity, their gods, and their way of life. But over time, they realized that the changes brought by Spanish weren't as bad as they feared. They discovered that the Spanish too had struggles, dreams, and burdens in lives. The Guanches learned that their real enemy was not the Spanish, but the anger and hatred that divided them. But what we can all learn from the story is that by choosing peace over war, the Guanches showed us that even in surrender there can be dignity, and even in change there can be unity. In the end, we're all part of one family, bound by the same hopes for a better future. And it's only when we trust in each other and let go of anger that we can truly see the bigger picture, where no one is completely right or wrong, but where understanding can lead to a brighter and more peaceful world.